All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. It is in the wee hours of Friday morning. We got a strong cold front coming through Houston and southeast Texas over the next hour or two. There is a very slight threat for a severe storm, gusty straight line wind being the biggest threat, but even that is now looking a little diminished. But we're going to walk you through where the rain is now and what we can expect for the next couple of hours as we plunge back into winter-like conditions for Houston standards. This is where we started 12 hours ago. We ended up with highs in the 70s in the Houston area, while Amarillo was at 44 and that front was already through. And look how the temperatures have just plunged in the wake of that front today. Here we are now. Austin's dropped down to 56. Tyler's at 47. Houston Bush at 72. So the front's just knocking on the door. In fact, take a closer look at temps across the area. You can clearly see the leading edge. There it is, cooling off now in Brenham. Navasota's about to get cooled off. Huntsville's at 61. You're 10 degrees cooler than the folks in Conroe right now. So there's the leading edge of the cold front just pushing into our north and west counties. If you enjoyed the spring weather we've had the past several days, it is about to come to an end in a hurry with that cold air coming in behind that front. And that clash of air masses is one of the ingredients that's been kicking off thunderstorms across Texas today. We've had multiple severe thunderstorm warnings. We had huge hail up near the Dallas area earlier this afternoon. But the ingredients for severe weather were much further north, Dallas to Shreveport and now into Louisiana. Not so much here in Houston, southeast Texas. And in fact, as we look at the big picture here, see the counties and parishes in red of Louisiana? That's where we have our tornado watch in effect. It does not include Houston and southeast Texas. So it looks like we're going to get some rain and thunder tonight, but it does not look like we're going to see anything tornadic. And maybe not even a severe thunderstorm. We'll take a look at that, a closer look. Let's see what the radar's doing right now. Yeah, the line has weakened a little bit more as it's pushed into our north and west counties. Still a pretty good line of thunderstorms reaching from just north of Columbus to near Industry in Austin County. It's actually pushed through Brenham now. You're getting chilly now in Brenham with the north wind. Fronts through Huntsville, north side of Lake Conroe getting in on rain and thunder. I wanted to zoom in up here first. The line of storms is racing across the lake. You could probably see gusts of 40 or above across the lake as that comes through here right now. But the line segment is not bowing out too pronounced. You know, bow echo, you'd want to see a real pronounced curve in the line. And we're kind of not seeing that. This is much more linear. You'll get straight line winds, just like the bow holding an arrow. That's the way the winds will come across that line perpendicular. So that will be the wind direction coming out of the northwest. But you've got to get wind gusts above 58 miles an hour to have it defined as a severe thunderstorm, and we're just not seeing that. We're getting gusts to about 35 to 40 or so. So New Waverly, Conroe, you're in on it now. New Waverly, Conroe downtown and the dam side, you're getting ready to get close to that. Magnolia had a flash of lightning there just a little bit ago. Dobbin, hi Dobbin, you guys are getting in on that rain and thunder as the front's coming on through. Willis, Cut and Shoot, won't be long until that passes east of I-45 and into your neighborhoods. A little further northeast, Point Blank, here's Lake Livingston, there's Livingston. So this is going to race across here pretty quickly. In fact, it's hitting the north side of the lake now. And again, across the lake, you can expect wind gusts of 35 to 40, maybe 45 miles an hour as that comes on across. But at the moment, not severe. Good. Corrigan, you guys are going to see a thunderstorm here as well. But again, at the moment, not severe. And then a little bit further south, so the front has now pushed through almost all of Washington County. Brenham, you're all cooling down now, still some lingering showers. Hempstead, it's just knocking on the door. Belleville, knocking on the door in Austin County. And again, not far from Magnolia and Sealy and Columbus. And you'll know when the front goes through, you get that quick gust of rain and thunderstorms, and then temp will drop 10 degrees almost instantly. And then we're going to go from the 70s into the 40s by the time we get into the wee hours of the morning. In fact, here's the temperature forecast. Very quickly, you'll see temps drop, and by the time we get into 6, 7, 8 a.m., we're down into the 40s. That's for Bush at Cottonwood Airport. We stay in the 40s for most of the day. By 3 o'clock, still forecast to be 49. Models are suggesting we might see late in the day, 5, 6, 7, getting into the 50s. That all depends on if the sun can come out. That's what that temperature forecast is being based on. It thinks maybe it's a few breaks in the sun and the clouds let some sun come through and get us into the 50s. If we don't get the sun, we're not going to make it into the 50s. We'll stay in the 40s. I'm going to keep us in the 40s. I don't think the sun's going to come out. 2 a.m. Friday morning, forecast that line of showers to have already pushed through downtown. It's a little ahead of schedule. And then that line will push toward the Galveston coast by 3, 4 a.m. And then here we go into Friday morning, 7:30 in the morning. What do you got to do tomorrow morning or this morning? rainy and windy and cold Friday morning. And we stay with the rain through about lunchtime, and then we'll see it taper off, but not completely go away. Here's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Still some showers, Galveston to Pasadena, over to Chambers County to Winnie to Beaumont. And temperatures forecast to be in the upper 40s to near 50. Pearland forecast to be 46 by 2 in the afternoon tomorrow. Bush at 50, Conroe 49. So that's a cold day. That's a winter day for Houston. Maybe a couple of breaks in the clouds here and there. We get a few spots into the mid-50s, and then again, maybe not. And then I wanted to take you into Saturday. Saturday by 11 o'clock, still looking at cloudy skies and chilly conditions, and temperatures struggling to get out of the 40s as we head through the day on Saturday. So we're going to go into this last week of spring break feeling like winter time outside. Here's the bigger picture. There's the front sweeping toward and off the coast before 7 a.m. And some of the earlier model runs yesterday had snow west of Austin to Del Rio to San Angelo. They've backed off on that. Now they think it's a cold rain Saturday afternoon and evening, Austin to Del Rio, with the snow in the mountains of northern Mexico and out here in the Guadalupe Mountains out south of Pecos. So the snow across central Texas, that threat looks to have backed off. If we get a snowflake out here, which we still might mix in, it'll just be a wet snowflake and it probably melts. So at the moment, we're not looking at any significant travel situation out there over the weekend in central and west Texas. As far as rainfall goes, we might see a ½ inch to an inch of rain out of this system as it comes on through. That's looking likely, but it's nothing that we can't handle. And then here are high temperatures. They'll only be in the 50s, if that. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, maybe 65. And then look what happens as we head into the end of next week, a week from today, Friday, high temp back to 81. Okay, so that's where we stand. Looks like our severe threat is minimal. We're not seeing any watches or warnings in southeast Texas and Houston right now. We're after midnight. Line of showers pushes through Houston with the front, looks like before 2 a.m. and then off the coast by 4, and then it's going to be a chilly, rainy Friday and a chilly weekend. That's where we stand right now. We'll keep an eye on things. If we need to break in again, we will. Otherwise, I'd say tuck in, get a good night's sleep. You'll hear the pitter-patter of some rain, maybe a clap of thunder overnight tonight as the front comes in, and then get your jackets and sweater and an umbrella ready for tomorrow morning. And of course, we're on the air live. Cheetah and Jen will have the update with weather and traffic. See how this is impacting your commute. 4:30 to 7 on KHOU 11 Morning News. We'll see you then for our next live update.